Morning, Blackie. Gonna follow me today, huh? Let's see, a lot of rain last night. Let's stay on the concrete.
Where are you going?
Where do you think I'm going?
Look here.
Morning. All right. We'll stay on the concrete. For now, anyway. Morning, everyone. Jack here. Out for the morning walk with Blackie. He's the only one. Uh-oh. What are you crying about, Blackie? Why are you always crying? Coming down this way. We go the other way, he doesn't cry. Down this way, it's always whining. He's always whining. Just like these Philippine YouTubers. With thin skin. Thin-skinned Philippine YouTubers. So my buddy PLT hasn't put a video out today. Is this the end? Fingers crossed, guys. Fingers crossed. Is this the train wreck? Did he have that train wreck? Fingers crossed. We shall see. And I see Philippine Antics has a whole live stream devoted to Jim. Asian Adventures with Jim. Uh-oh. So I got to make sure I'm back in time to watch that, huh? Since maybe they've done some more research this time. Hopefully. Hey. Hopefully they've done their research, proper research this time, if they want to cover Jim. And speaking of Jim, honey, speaking of Jim, he released another video, guys. Last night I watched it, man. I was right on it. And I was editing my video. Yeah, Jim, I edit mine. I know yours are raw and untouched. Lies. He says they are, though. Morning. What you selling? I don't want to talk. That's a good opportunity for my public service announcement. You see yourself in this video and you want yourself blurred or removed, let me know, guys. Send it to my email address with date timestamp and I'll do it. All right. Now that that's out of the way, yeah, Jim gave us a fourth reason he left the Philippines, guys. Morning. Hey, fourth reason. Remember, he started out with, and he's even talking about his first video when he's saying, you know, last night everybody should, if they're coming here, they should start their own YouTube channel because it's so easy to get monetized here in Asia. Or lies. But anyway, Jim gave us another reason why he left the Philippines. Hey, good morning. But remember his very first video, he left because he was, morning, he was afraid of the family. he was afraid of the family he just got into altercations with. Oh, the sun just popped out. It's going to be a gloomy day here. Move on over. Good morning.
Hey, Joe, good morning.
But yeah, he was afraid of the family after his altercations with the wife's in-laws, cousins, uncles, whatever they were. We still haven't gotten a clear answer on that, I don't think, in all the 25 videos that he has put out. Let me cover, hold on. Yeah, I just wanted to get past the music there. Just past the music. But yeah. His reason last night was that he became too heavy and he was a mess. So that's a new twist. He's talked about getting out of shape here in the Philippines on his 15 months here. But he's trying to get in the house there, Cal? Huh? Trying to get in the house? But yeah, he never said he was too heavy, and that was the reason that he left the Philippines, because he was out of shape. First reason, because again, he was afraid of the in-laws and retaliation that they would provide him after his physical altercations, plural there guys, altercations, which only talks muffler funds, which only talks about one altercation now, but there were two altercations. Remember that, two, with just a family, one in the morning and the one in the afternoon where his stepson got hit with the bottle. But it only talks about the stepson now getting hit with the bottle in that altercation. But yeah, and then he in another video, he said he left the Philippines because he no longer had access to his money. He couldn't get any money, so he had to leave the Philippines. Well, of course, to do that, you would have had to buy a ticket, right? If you can't get access to your money, how do you buy a ticket? Morning. Just a common sense question there. I don't think I've ever heard an answer for that. Just what I think of when I pass by Jim's big, beautiful 3-story house. What happened to those ideas? I don't hear about the piggery anymore since he won't talk to his wife anymore. Won't talk to his wife anymore. Yeah, and then it was the money. Let's see. Then he was afraid of his family. Then he didn't have morning. Then he hated being in the province and not in the bubble. The bubble. Okay. So now he's giving us another reason. But in reality, in Jack's opinion, guys, my Jack Pinion is that he had to get out of the country very quickly after his altercation because he was going to be charged and they were going to come after him because the in-laws were going to file charges against him, which they did. So that's Jack's reason. Probably his wife gave him some advice to, you better get out of the country while you still can, buddy. But Jim's an honest guy. He tells us the truth. He says so in every video. So how do you have 4 reasons for leaving the Philippines? Last time I left the Philippines, I only had 1 reason. And then I came back. I think it's that short. I think it's got short-term memory loss from when from when he hit himself in the board, or hit himself in the head, and gave him them 12 staples or whatever it was from that board he hit. In that Monty Python skit there. With the bandage on his head. That's Jack's opinion there. Yeah, but he's definitely got he got something wrong up there, because every video he does, he can't remember what he said before. That's somebody gave me a comment yesterday that's what happens when you constantly can't remember the story and you keep changing it every time. And that's what he does all the time. He can't keep his story straight. He doesn't know what he told us before. But yeah, guys, it's super easy to start a YouTube channel over here and get monetized. Well, I guess it is when you start out, when your very first video is about drama and praying into all those YouTubers' biggest talking points about having not been able to keep that relationship with your spouse, and you have all kinds of issues, you have all kinds of that drama. Yeah, you're going to get views on that, which is what he did, and he capitalized on it. But the story keeps changing. And then there's a couple of videos, I don't know how I missed it, but like 4 days ago, Jim put a video out there where he did one, you know, of the good times with his wife in the Philippines. But this one, he's sitting down outside the house with his stupid hat on, and he's talking about all the good times with his wife in that one too. So yeah, he's gonna be sneaking back in the country next month, I bet. And he's promising more drama and all this other stuff. So why would you promise drama? Why would you need to promise drama? Good times and drama. That doesn't seem quite right that you would do that. Good morning. Doesn't seem quite right that you would promise drama in your videos. What about excitement? This, that. You got to promise drama. And that's Jim's whole modus operandi, the drama channel. Unfortunately, with Jim, it's the family drama, the stuff that draws views, and that's good for 2 or 3 times. Morning. But when you start hitting 25, 30 times with the same, it's not even the same story, it's a different story every time. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim. Come on, Jim, give us a new story, give us a new line. Talk about your sorry failure again. Maybe we'll get a new story on that as well. I mean, even the businesses in Angeles City stay in business longer than you had that sorry store. And that's not spelled S-A-R-I, guys. That's S-O-R-R-Y. Sorry store. Because I bet he is sorry he ever opened that, huh? But he had to have something to do, right? He had to buy all that frozen meat, all that frozen seafood. That was probably sitting in somebody's warehouse for 20 years. Somebody's deep freezer for 20 years. Because that's one of the reasons he went bankrupt there. But we've seen that story over and over and over again, haven't we? These guys that come over here and have to have a business. Just have to have a business. And then in his video, again, he talks about, like I said, how easy it is to be a YouTuber over here and get those views quickly and get monetized quickly. I can count 5 YouTubers just that I've watched in the last week who haven't been monetized yet, guys, and are having a real trouble and having trouble getting monetized. You got Jungle Man. You got Craig in Cebu, who's no longer in Cebu. He's in the United States now. Jerry's Life Journey, who had to travel to Rojas City and go to the Canadian Beaver so he can try to get that collaboration going and try to get monetized that way. Or else why would you go to Rojas City from Angeles if you're not looking for subscribers and a shout out from that Philippines life so you can grow your channel? How many times have we seen that, huh? How many times have we seen YouTubers going to the Canadian Beaver to expand their channels? And it's funny, I watched one this morning. Same thing. Rock something. He was there with his girlfriend. But he goes to some, and this guy's already monetized. He's not one of the 5 that I'm talking about, but he goes there. Like I said, I watched it just before I came out on the walk here. As soon as I saw Antics title, I didn't want to miss any of it. So I'm out here early. So yeah, this guy goes to the Canadian Beaver because there's some expat meetup. Just what I want. Just what I want. This kind of crap that happens in Dumaguete all the time. Kind of crap that happens at Dumaguete all the morning. Got these greet ups, or Calvin's greet ups, meet and greets with other YouTubers. So you can get 20 people in a room. 20 people in a room drinking and having face off with their cameras. 20 people sitting around the bar filming each other. Like, come on. Is that really why you came to the Philippines? To do stuff like that? Because you're so hell bent on growing your channel? Let's have a camera face off. Oh my, oh my, oh my, oh my. What's this expat story? What's this expat story? What's this guy's story? What's this guy's story? It's nonsense, guys. I don't get it. He gets there, but they got the big table of the expats. And probably, he didn't show very much of it, so they're probably pointing their cameras at each other, talking to each other, getting their content for their next video. Meeting this guy, meeting that guy, meeting that guy, meeting that guy. And his girlfriend, and his girlfriend, and his girlfriend, who also has a channel, has a channel. But they all gotta go to the guy that can build their channel. But he gets to it's funny, you see him and his girlfriend sitting there, and they're put at the kids table like at Thanksgiving, guys. They weren't sitting at the big expanded tables for the expat. They were off in a corner at the kids' table with their bucket of beer. But they said that, you know, they had the chance to meet Mike. They met Mike. Hey, and they'll probably get 50 subscribers out of that. Ooh, are you in Rojas City? You gotta go to the Canadian Beaver. Ooh, you're near Calibo? Oh, you gotta go to Rojas City. Ooh, you're here? You gotta, even Jerry, he flew down to Rojas City to meet with the great Mike. But he hasn't put any video out about it. He's just showing the beach. Oh my God, guys. It's funny. It's funny watching these videos over here. Oh, you're showing your jealousy now, guys. Oh yeah, you got me. You got me, guys. Just morning. I'm just showing my jealousy here. Let me turn this off for a while before it overheats. Yeah, I looked out the window this morning. All I saw was clouds. I didn't expect the sun to come out in the middle of my damn walk. Wasn't expecting that, but you can never tell with the weather here. Put out some home stuff video later on this evening. That storm that blew through early yesterday again. Started raining like, it must have been 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock. Shortly after my walk yesterday. And that came through hard for about 3 or 4 hours till just before the sun went down. Like I said, this weather, man, every day is different. Never know when these storms are going to come through, but they're going to come through. You know it. You just know it. I was having more fun last night and this morning watching the sovereign citizens get their windows broken and taken out of cars. Here's a channel you guys got to watch if you want to see this stuff. Van Balion, V-A-N and then space B-A-L-I-O-N or I-A-N. If you haven't seen his videos, he does all the sovereign citizen videos that when they get arrested. And he had one on there this morning. And that's probably from a couple of years ago. I'm not even sure. 2022, I think it was. But I think he just uploaded. Morning. Good morning. I think he just uploaded it. Unless I'm watching an old video from years ago. Because I still have Mark Thornton videos showing up 2 years after the fact. They're showing up in my recommendations for some reason. I haven't even said his word. I haven't even said his name in 6-7 months that I'm aware of. So why they're showing up in my recommendations, I have no idea. Anyway, getting back to this one guy, sovereign citizen. He's pulled over by the cops. And he says he was just at the courthouse on some unrelated case, I guess. He's driving down the road. He gets pulled over by the police. Let me hold on. All right, back Guy using the power washer. Didn't want to subject you guys to all that noise. But yeah, just passing by that place, and you always see those big, like 5-gallon containers outside of there. Wondering what it was. Now I saw some full ones, a bunch of full ones. So it's the coconut oil. Wonder what they always see them there. Hundreds of these barrels or plastic containers. That's the first time I noticed that some of them were full. So it was the coconut oil. I guess that's a processing plant right there. Right there. But anyway, going back to the story, I know I'm getting like antics now. My stories are getting drawn out. Stay on topic, Jack. So this guy gets pulled over. He thinks it's retaliation because he just left the courthouse when he's got private plates on his vehicle, those sovereign citizen plates, instead of state registration plates. And he's blaming the cop. This guy, this is one of the funniest ones I saw, because he calls these people that evidently they've got a 1-800 number. These sovereign citizens, there's companies out there that have a 1-800 number to call if you get pulled over by the cops, and they give you all the proper sovereign citizen lingo. You know, I'm not driving, I'm traveling, blah blah blah. But what's when you put your car in drive, you don't put your car in travel, do you? There's not a T down there on the console, is there? So you can put it in the T, travel mode, instead of drive mode. That's one thing.
Hey.
Morning.
Morning.
Morning. Yeah, that's one thing. Yeah, retaliation. So he calls up this 1-800 number, and he gets two people on the line who give him this, tell him what to do, what not to do, and they're interfering with the whole stop, because he's got him on speaker on the phone, and they're telling him to take notes and write this down and write that down. Why they claim to be taking notes and writing stuff down. But why would this guy need to be taking notes when he's got it all on camera? He's filming the whole procedure. So why the heck would he be required to take notes? I just don't get it. Because they must have had two phones. He's on the phone with one while he's recording with another. Yet he can't get valid plates for the car. Figure that one out, guys. And then of course he refuses to show his ID, because it violates the 4th Amendment to do that on a traffic stop. Yeah, I don't think that applies. I don't think that 4th Amendment applies. Frog larvae down there. And speaking of frogs, there's the frog. Morning. So he's got all this sovereign citizen babble. He's not driving, he's traveling, and he is a living person. He won't give his rightful name. Yeah, like the whole notebook, the whole gamut. He's trying to show the officers all his sovereign citizen paperwork that he bought over the website, along with his private plates. But the funny thing was him calling that number. Like, I think that's the first time I've heard people call their wives, their lawyers, this and that, but I've never seen them call this 1-800 number. And they're guiding them through the whole thing, and the officer keeps telling the lady to shut up because she's interfering. He keeps telling the guy to turn off the, stop the call, turn the volume down. He's not doing that. And it turns out he's got, it suddenly cuts off. And they all cut off for a reason. Because the sovereign citizen doesn't want anybody to know the truth of what happened. This guy's good because he'll go right into the police records and pull them up and post them at the end of the video. And it shows he had a weapon in the car and drug paraphernalia, this, that, driving without a registered vehicle. Let me call that 1-800 number. I wonder how much he paid for that advice. And he calls his lawyer, and the lawyer's phone goes straight to voicemail, which was funny as well. I love that channel, guys. These guys cannot get stupid enough. Those are channels I keep waiting to see Jim on. When Jim gets pulled over in Michigan, have a license, sir? License and registration? Oh, I'm not driving, sir. I'm traveling. Really, Jim? I want to get an umbrella.
No, she wants to.
Okay. Sitting out there in the sun, hot. Blackie, you abandoned me again. Heidi. Are you going to join me again, huh? I don't know where you turned around last time. Music.